Welcome to week 3. This week, we are focusing on understanding the purpose of formative and summative assessment and to apply the data gathered from formative assessment to guide further instruction. We will further develop an understanding of appropriate teaching strategies for pre-reading, during reading, and post-reading of content material. Learning outcomes for this week are: define the purpose of formative and summative assessment, research how to apply data from formative assessment to guide further instruction, identify pre, during, and post-reading strategies that help students read and understand content material, share strategies appropriate for helping students read successfully in the various contents, research and choose an article on content area reading, Jigsaw, and share with your classmates. Assigned readings for this week: Chapter 5, Tools for Thinking, Reading Strategies Across the Curriculum, pages 87 through 93 of Subject Matter. Chapter 5 says the key to teaching the strategies is gradual release of responsibility. Then, after you've read 87 through 93, please skim the remainder of Chapter 5 in our text. The PowerPoint this week is going to pop up as a video. The reason for this is I tweaked the PowerPoint a bit, and then I was having trouble getting it back into Moodle correctly. So, after many attempts, I decided to format as a video and upload it to week 3. Okay, if you haven't already checked to see when your chalk and wire code expires, please do that. The read aloud this week is "A black hole is not a hole." This is a great text that can be used many ways in many different classrooms. You will be learning what Jigsaw is and how to use it in the classroom. You are then going to be a Jigsaw expert on one of the articles found on the PowerPoint response activity under week 3 on Moodle. Do you know the difference between strategies and skills? There is a difference. A strategy is done consciously. It's planned. A skill is used without planning. This week, you will learn about pre-reading, during reading, and post-reading strategies that will help students read and comprehend content material. Well, how do you determine what your students need? Well, you look at the data from your formative and even summative assessments. Then, based on that data, you're going to plan and teach mini lessons. And these mini lessons are going to be on a strategy. You introduce one strategy at a time. You model and explain how to use it. You give guided practice. You help students apply it to independent reading. You post the important information with each lesson. All right, teachers need to make sure that students know how informational text is different from narrative. To do this, you teach the typical organizational patterns. Teach students how to recognize the different patterns. And make sure the students understand the different questions answered by the different patterns. Under week 3 on Moodle, you will find information about informational text structures, patterns of text structure, and nonfiction text structures. I hope you're working on your dyslexia strategy lesson that is due in week 5. Remember, this focuses on content, nonfiction materials. In weeks 1 through 5 are resources to help you with this assignment. If you have questions, please ask. Please read the directions carefully and also look at the rubric before you submit to Moodle. Thank you. Have a great week.